What's good, guys? It's your boy Cya Kingz. And welcome to my very first Fruity Loop tutorial. I feel like in the future we're gonna get into more advanced production tips and you know how tos basically. But for now, I feel like for the introduction, I should just go over the basics, and then maybe the next video will actually get into actual beat making and then mixing and everything, just to make it short, because I know how long YouTube videos can actually be. um so I feel like when you open FL Studio, it's just like a lot going on. So the first thing that we need to do is just explain some of the things that I personally use on FL Studio. Okay. So the first thing I feel like I should explain is this here, which is your menu. Let's call it that. Let's call it your menu. Oh yeah, it is your menu. Your menu panel. So there's different options on your menu panel. You have your file, your edit, your add patterns, and so on. Right. So I wanna briefly explain what each of those options are for. Right. So your file option, file, basically when you click on it, you're gonna see new template, open, save as, and all of that. So this is where you go when you want to open a new project, right, or a new template. Okay. Or when you want to open where you want to when you want to save your current project that you're actually busy with, and you can go there and just save it. um Maybe you want to import MIDI a MIDI file into FL Studio, or maybe you want to save your project into an MP3 or Wave, or MP3. Maybe you want to upload it on SoundCloud. A Wave, maybe you want to upload it on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and all those different streaming sites. So that's where you would go. um or maybe you want to send your beat out for mastering. Then you save it as a wave, and then sorry, and then you send it to your mastering engineer or whatever, right? Oh yeah, and also shows you your recent projects, your 10 recent projects that you were working on, that were opened, right? And then you can see what I was working on. Love and Trust, it's on the album, so you guys should actually check that out. But yeah, these are different projects I was working on recently. So that's your file option. Your edit option, I feel like there's a simpler way. It's basically when you've highlighted something on FL Studio and you wanna copy and paste it somewhere else. So you highlight that thing and then go to copy or cut, and then you go somewhere else and then you paste it, or you press Control C, Control V on your computer, or Command C, Command V on your MacBook. And then you have your add option. So that's how you add your instruments. Pick your instruments and then add them, and then maybe produce using them. But there's a simpler way, which is the channel rec. That's what you're gonna find, mostly gonna find when you open FL Studio. The first thing you're gonna see is this. Or you can go to the shortcut panel. So these are different shortcuts basically. So you can, okay, one important thing that you need to know is the hint panel. So basically it hints you on what whenever you move your mouse, what you're moving your mouse over. For instance, it says view playlist. See here, it will say view playlist when I'm on this, and then view piano roll, view channel rack, view mixer, plugin picker, and so on. So now this is your channel rack. See, channel rack. Basically, how you want to pull it up. This is your shortcut if you want to pull up your channel rack. Maybe there's so many things on the screen and you just want to find your channel rack and you can't find it. You can just click on this and then it's gonna pop up. Okay. Um, so yeah, so your channel rack, basically when you open on FL Studio, I feel like you're probably gonna find this type of template, like your kick, your clap, your hat, your snare, right? So let's say maybe you also want to add a piano. So the newer versions of FL Studio, I think you can just go to the plus sign and just click on that, and then just choose whatever um plugin you want to add. Instrument, let's say instrument. I feel like people are like, what's a plugin? But yeah, plugin or whatever you want to add, and then it's gonna show up. And you can just cool. Yeah, basically that's how you would add it. Another way of doing this would be just like go to your kick, your clap, or whatever is already on your channel rack, and just like right click, and then it's gonna show you these options, and then you go to insert, and then you insert your FL keys, you insert your GMS or your morphine or Sakura or whatever you wanna insert, or maybe you have your external plugins that don't come with FL Studio, your Nexus or whatever, then you can just put that. Cool. Let's say you want to replace your FL keys with like with something else, with a different plugin. You just right click, and then go to replace, and then you choose whatever you want to replace it with, like maybe GMS. Okay, cool. Okay, so basically that's how you'd add your plugins, your plugin, your instrument, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. I feel like the next thing I should talk about is, okay, I already like mentioned the hint panel and how it just like tells you what you're moving your mouse over. Like this is your tempo, it's gonna say tempo. It's your recording button, it's gonna say recording. Your play, your stop, your pattern or song, your metronome, your pattern selector. You see, so it's very important, this thing. It helps you out, especially with like compressing or EQing out certain frequencies. It's going to tell you exactly what frequency you're on, like you're moving your mouse over, so you can like maybe do some some subtractive EQing or some additive EQing or whatever. But we'll cover that in the future. For now, you don't need to know about that. So yeah, so this is your channel rack. All right. I want to talk about the channel rack and the pattern selector here, and how like it's literally like linked. Basically, when you're creating a song, right, you're gonna want to have different patterns. So this is pattern 1, right? This is pattern 1. Let's say I'll randomly just put like, just insert nodes. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, yeah. Let's say that's your drum pattern, and then now you want to add keys, but you don't want to add keys in the same pattern as your drum pattern. And then you can go to your pattern selector. You don't want to, let's say you don't want to add keys in the same pattern as your drum pattern. You want to add them in a different pattern. You can just go to your pattern selector and just like left click, hold your left click, your left click on your mouse or your trackpad, and just like scroll up, and it's gonna say pattern 2, and then maybe pattern 2. Let's actually use FL Studio. Let me replace GMS with FL Studio. I mean FL Keys, not FL Studio. And then let's say I'm just gonna randomly just click. Okay, This is your pattern 2. Pattern 2 sounds like that. Like, that's what it sounds like. And then pattern 1 is it's your drums. Okay, let's say pattern 2 is your melody and pattern 1 it's your drums. So when you're creating a song, you want to put different patterns together and so they play together, and that's how you create your song. Basically, when you listen to a Drake song, it's not just like drums going off, it's just like drum and a piano and a bass and different things in there, like a pad or a synth, so those things play together at the same time, creating like a song, right? And then those things are looped over and over and over. So when you want to create a song, you go to your shortcut panel and then you choose on your where it says view playlist. You click on that, and then this is your playlist, right? On your playlist, you now want to like insert your different patterns so they play at the same time together, right? You want to go to your pattern selector, make sure it's on 1, and just click on that, and then you just like tap on it and then come paste it on your playlist. Make sure it's on the brush tool, and then your pattern 2, tap on it and come paste it on your playlist. Make sure it's like in line and everything, so it plays and it's synced. So now we're gonna be able to like play our drums and our melody, pattern 1 which is our drums, and then pattern 2 which is our melody together, right? But before you can play that on the playlist, there's a playlist or pattern mode. So the mode it's in now, it's on pattern mode, which means it's only gonna play your pattern 1 or whatever patterns on the pattern selector, pattern 2 or pattern 1, right? But you want to switch it to where it plays both the pattern 1 and pattern 2. Then you're gonna tap on song, and it's gonna be on song mode. Now it's green instead of orange. Now it's gonna play everything on the playlist instead of just on the pattern, on the individual pattern 1. It's gonna play the whole playlist. Okay, the drums don't make sense, right? Nothing makes sense, but like I'm just showing you how you would like insert your different patterns to make a song. Let's change the drums into I think the one thing that's off is probably the melody. We're not actually making a beat, we're just like okay, let me actually make something that makes sense. Okay, I'm confusing you guys. So there's different ways to edit keys on your channel rack, right? You can just like click like that, like just click on these I don't know what they called, but like that. Or you can just like go into piano mode, which is your piano roll, and properly like edit them with different notes and everything. Put my sorry. Okay. Let's say that's our melody, right? Okay, now we want like our drums to properly go with our melody. Let's see. feel like, okay, drum. Let's make sure the pattern selector is on 1 so we can edit our drums. Okay. 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 Want it to be like doop. Okay, this is fine. Okay, let's say that's how our drum pattern is gonna be. Okay, so now instead of like, remember I said, okay, it's pattern 1, it's your drums. If it's on pattern mode, it's only gonna play pattern 1, which is only your drums. Right? Or maybe you've selected pattern 2. Right, it's on pattern mode, so it's only gonna play the pattern 2. Right, it's on, like, your pattern selector is on pattern 2, so it's only gonna play your melody. We're gonna call the fill keys our melody. Right, this. But you wanna play it together. Right, you wanna combine it together into an actual song. Then you choose song mode, and then it's gonna play both of them. Sorry. See. Okay. I feel like for now I've explained. Okay, let's say now you want like you want to put your verse in the future, or you want like maybe a rapper or an artist to come and just like record vocals and stuff like that. Obviously you can't make it like, I don't know, 4 seconds. Your song can't be 4 seconds. You want it to be like long and be like a minute long. 4 minutes long or 2 minutes long. So what you would do is just like press Control and then right click. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just like use the simplest way, because those are shortcuts. So what you want to do is just like go to these other shortcuts on your playlist. These ones come with your playlist. Sorry. Okay. When you view your playlist, there's gonna be shortcuts on the playlist, right? So go to this one, which is your select tool. With this tool, it allows you to just like select something on the playlist, right? And it highlights that. So now this is highlighted, right? And then now we wanna copy and paste these 2 patterns to on number 3, 4, 5. Until it's like a minute long. We want to copy and paste it over and over again, like, because this is just a loop, so we want to loop it over and over for like 1 minute. So that whole 1 minute we can have an artist rap or sing or whatever over it, and have an actual song or an actual beat that they can like sing to. So you're gonna highlight you're gonna highlight both of them, and then you want to go to, this is where your edit comes into play. You go to edit, you go to copy, and copied everything, and then switch to your pen or brush tool, and then you're gonna go to to the next sorry, my computer was not connected to the power, so it basically switched off. So I had to like, I had to start again. So basically, okay, you've highlighted, and then you switch to your brush tool, and then you wanna press control. You wanna paste it on your. Sorry. Edit, copy. Then you want to say V, Control V, and it's gonna paste it on your playlist, right? And then you just move it over. Just make sure it's on the line. Okay, you wanna move it over to number 3, and then press go to edit again, and then say copy, and then go to edit again and say paste, and just move it over to number 5, like that until you get to like however long you want your song to be. For now your song is like 10 seconds basically, but there's an easier way to just copy and paste something without going all the way to edit, and then without doing the whole select tool and then going to edit and say copy and then saying paste, and then just like going back to your brush tool and then dragging it over, right? There's a simpler way to go about this. You just, let's say you're on your brush tool, right? You're on your brush tool, just press control on the control button, hold it, and then press okay, then you have to left click on your mouse or your trackpad and hold, and just like move it over your two patterns, and then it's gonna like select them like that, and then you're gonna press control and you're gonna say, and then you're gonna press C, and then you're gonna press control again, and then you're gonna say V, and then it's gonna copy and paste for you. So it's basically like how you copy and paste on your when you're typing a Word document on Microsoft Word. Alright, I wanna repeat that same step. Just say control C, control V, and then just copy it over. But a much simpler way to go about this is to, without like having to like control C, control V, like control C, control V, and then dragging this thing over to the next bar or next number on the playlist, whatever you want to call it. You can just press control and hold it, and then press your left click and then hold it, and just like, and then move over the clips you want to select or the patterns you want to select, and then just again press control and then press B, and then it's gonna like copy them. It's gonna copy and paste them on the next bar. You see, control B, just like that. Control B, control B, control B, until it's like however long you want it to be. See, that's a simpler way to go about it. And then now you have a looped song or beat or whatever. You see, simple. Okay, let's say you want to save this beat as a song or an MP3, and you want to like send it to an artist, or you want to like have your friends listen to it, or you want to maybe rap on it or whatever, or write to it. Just go to file. Remember, you go to file and then you go to export, and then you export it as an MP3 or wave, and then name your song, say dude. Yeah, and then this is gonna pop up. I'm gonna explain like the rendering settings in the future. I'm gonna make like a separate video, or you can just like search a video online on how to do this, and you press start, and it's gonna render your beat. Make sure it's on song mode before you do that though. Make sure it's on song mode and not pattern mode, or else it's not gonna save your song or whatever's on the playlist. Now that you saved your song, you can just like go to the folder where you saved it, and you just like hold it, drag it, and then drop it on FL Studio. See, let's mute these two. See, it's literally the same thing as that, but now it's like a wave format. I mean, not a wave format, it's like a waveform, sorry, like a sound, whatever you wanna call it. But yeah, that's how you save your song, that's how you make your beat. So now we're gonna like, the next video we're gonna like actually make proper beats, because I feel like you'd be like much familiar with how to get started with FL Studio, what the different what the basics are, so you won't be like as confused. Okay, so until next time.
I need that water, water. I got your body dripping, sip on your water.